in the world that we live in the Western world that we live in, okay, some undeveloped countries, is not the same deal. Where YouTube goes to, people have human fucking rights. You can't make somebody do anything. So to even start thinking in that direction, or even entertain those ideas of make her text me, make her take her clothes off, make her have sex with me, or, you know, trying to control friends, you know, or parents or family members, you can't control anybody. It's both illegal and a violation of human rights, okay? And I think about it so strongly. The end result, here's the resolution, is when I'm in a bar, when I'm socializing, I realize that I am not the master of human rights, okay? My students are not the fucking masters of human rights. We have the right of free speech. We can speak to the girls. We have the right of sociable interaction, okay? Physicality, embracing what is socially accepted in the different cultures that I travel to, or that you might be watching this in. You have the right to those things. You don't have the right to fucking trespass or invade somebody's space or overwhelm them or violate their personal space, especially if it's unwarranted or unsolicited. So when you accept all of that, you got to walk into the bar and you should have an enlightenment. You should let go, knowing that you can't control anyone to do anything fucking ever. You can't. You look at the girls around you, you'll never control them. You can't. And if you do, you'll be vilified, you'll go to jail, you'll be locking them in the fucking dungeon. You idiots. And it does happen. It's so fucking sad. Did you realize that in the news, you hear these stories about women being locked in dungeons for 30 fucking years and impregnated and aborted? This is real shit. And even talking this way and thinking this way, you're going in that direction. Go the other fucking direction and realize that women, girls, your friends, your family, everyone is a free spirit. You can't control them, so don't fucking try to. And when you see them as a free spirit, which they are, then you enable them. You come to them and you appreciate them in their free way, okay? You appreciate them in the way that they can express themselves and their opinions, their ideas, and it's this really nice, you should get a really nice mutual appreciation. And instead of you approaching to control and manipulate and make them do shit, instead you enable them. You enable them to tell more jokes, to be more expressive, to forgive them if they're goofy and fucking around, to open up and to relax. And then you inspire intimacy, not control intimacy. Huge fucking difference. Don't try to control the interaction or enslave a girl's attention. Instead, inspire it through appreciation, through mutual expression, through learning about her, through sharing yourself and drawing people in through inspiration, not through control. I love making that point early on in the program. When I started using the example of slavery, like Confederate America and old European nations going to Africa, for example, and enslaving grown human beings. And this is, of course, like eons ago, before we knew anything about humanity. It's just so fucking wrong, and it's still a really current topic in this day and age. So realize that you can't control people. If you realize that, if you accept that, and the more you think about that the women that you're looking at, you can't whip them, control them, handcuff them, and do what is one of the worst things in society, is like basically make them a sex slave. You idiot. Not your fault for taking your thoughts in that direction, but beware if they go that way. Instead, you got to accept reality, man. You got to accept it. You can't control people, but you can enjoy people. And the more you enjoy people, if you're the guy there in the bar enjoying the girls, the way they look, the way they speak, their sense of humor, their perspective on worldview, their unique worldview, then that you're going to stand out to that girl so fucking much that she might act upon her own free will to make out with you, to go home with you, to hook up with you. And you got to appreciate that that's her decision. And it's so sick. I'm not being like high and mighty, like I know better than you or some shit. It's actually the best way to get girls. It's actually the best way to get results and to fall for chicks, have them fall for you, and to be what they need you to be, someone who they can look up to, but never control them. I made a point now of saying to chicks, you're a free spirit, because A, it's true, and B, it reminds me to appreciate them and not to push them, not to expect anything. You know that concept called peacocking, okay? They use it in the book The Game. Mystery from the other company uses that. And as a concept, the idea is peacocking is to have something on you to draw a girl's attention. That's truly the idea. Whereas peacocking, it used to be something to capture the girl's attention and control her, and it gets so misunderstood. Peacocking, draw her attention to control her attention. But actually, what peacocking is in the real world is you have the brightest feathers and the best plumage and the shiniest fucking feathers if you're a peacock bird, which I saw in a program that I once ran over there in Portugal. And if you are the brightest guy, the most expressive guy, the most healthy guy, the most thoughtful guy, the most appreciative guy, the most empathetic guy, that's peacocking. Then you're going to be the brightest element to a girl. And in this life that we live, if you were to kind of describe the animal kingdom and the human kingdom, peacocking is that you've got shit going on. You're making plans, you're looking after your hygiene, you're managing your money, you've got great networks, you're very appreciative and fair with everybody. That's what peacocking is. Not going and buying a car, buying a house, going to the gym, buying certain clothing, or learning a certain type of game to control, like having an element to control someone with. A distinct fucking difference. Another way of saying this is instead of learning how to manipulate a chick or a human or a friend or a business partner or something like that, learn how to enhance your own life so they are bought in, okay? Obviously, I want you to kind of work it around the other way. You can control how you enhance yourself. And frankly, it's fucking inspirational. People are going to call you out and challenge you because you're going to kind of like upset their worldview if you kind of step up and make yourself better than what you had been, but that's going to bring them up and kind of shine a light on their deficiencies or enable them to do something that they've always wanted to do, but maybe they weren't brave enough to do it. So think enhancement of yourself, not control of others.